Alright, looks like we are up with a connection. Alright. Welcome everyone to my stream. No one's really here yet because I just started, but this is for anyone who is watching it on a replay. Today I'm going to be playing around with gold farms. I've been working on, I gotta turn that one on. Working on a Relog-Proof gold farm idea. And it's kind of where I am. I'm gonna make some changes to it based on some stuff I've learned from Addy and shared on my Discord by Tapeable Gecko. And but this is kind of like where I am right now. I'm going to make these a little bit closer. But the idea is to not use trident killers, use fall damage, and then use a simple 4 game tick, 1 dispenser breaking method that is sort of relog-proof stable. It doesn't require any specific timings between 2 dispensers and that. So I had like this model that I made before I learned some techniques from Maddie that I'm going to play with a bit, and I thought I'd stream. Kind of think about, can I get the pending ticks like completely optimized? And where, you know, there's not usually any sort of pending tick delay. It might be kind of hard to do just given that, you know, we'll have pending ticks generated by storage, and so there will be some delay. So you will lose some spawning because of pending ticks, like a portal pending tick may get discarded. But that's something to play with. Hello, Shady Mechanic, welcome to the stream. But right now, we have this breaker, or this lava ticking lighter. I guess you call this a lighter. We have this lighter that I played with, and it works very well. But I want to try to see how the pending ticks look from a dispenser-based one, because that's what. So Addy, so over there is my breaker, my lighter that I came up with, and then I was shared this design by Addy, and then Addy shared me a more recent design he's been using dispensers. So I'm gonna try that and see how the pending ticks look on that. But the one issue with that is I'm gonna use my rbedrock to look at the pending ticks, and I'm currently updating R, so we'll see. And but right now I'm going to change this out to use 4 dispensers in my sort of my test model. I really like the fall damage base, so I really like this idea of a fall damage based gold farm, because it actually is a gold farm. When you don't use a trident killer, then the pigmen only drop nuggets and they only drop nuggets and rotten flesh. So you can just collect the nuggets and discard the rotten flesh. And then, and then you have gold. So it doesn't do XP, but the idea is that you could build one of these farms, like you could build this design near your main base, put it underground a bit, not too far underground, put it underground a bit, and it can just stay on. When you need gold, you can come here and grab it. So I have a crafting station here, where I pull everything out of here, craft it, and place it into here, and it has all the logic. It's floor-based. It's a little bit susceptible to pinning ticks because of the timings, but I fixed that by using pistons instead of walls. And this is based on some storage tech I saw from Gore. But I changed it into a crafting station. But back to the dispensers. Yeah, so you can just kind of keep that there. It'll lock when it's full. It'll turn off the portals. And then you're done. So what do I want? I want... I remember Addie's farm. The techniques of it. I think I'm gonna do... I can do glass here. Glass, then it was 5. Because he had lava here, lava here. Oops. Why that pasted. Thought it stopped doing this. Ah. Still doing it. Never press a V. Hold on. That's fine. Somehow I thought my control was held down. So we're going to do lava buckets here, 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 I think. No, wait. I think it was a bit farther apart. So we want... Do I want 2 between them? I think so. And then we'll do 2 more. Here. Or do I want to... Let me space them out one more. Move them over. Go here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then block that there. I think that's what we'll do. Alright, so now I gotta put in a couple dispensers. Actually, 4. It actually might be hard since the lava's in here. But actually, I can just take this lava away and it'll eventually be put back by the dispensers. Okay. Dispensers! Delta X. Yes, this is a... I'm playing in Bedrock right now. Somewhat a tutorial, somewhat just me kind of showing off some stuff I've been messing around with. I think... Actually, that's what I'll... Let's make a mess. It's actually going to make a huge mess because it's going to be falling straight on water. Should be fine. Think I saved it. Good. Let's see if we can get this done right now. Eee. Some more. Boom. Let me block off this. Figure out this is where I want to put the dispensers. Yes, that's fine. Making a mess. Stop this. Stop this. Oh, one coming out here. Do the dance again. Now I'm gonna remember to close this up. Do. Alright, so now then put a lava bucket in all these dispensers. Another one. Okay, so that's that. Now I have to power these off this clock. It's not a big problem. Cannot remember if I can just. I don't think I can put. Don't think I can put redstone right next to it. I need to run it over the block. But this should be enough space. Okay. So this should now work. Build up the pending ticks. This one's not lighting. Do I have it? Oh, that's why. Stuff in the way. It lit. Go back here. I have mob spawning off, which is why nothing is spawning. But I will show you what happens when I turn it on. Alright. So I'm curious. I'm gonna let this run a bit. Just check where I am. I'm not ready to use R yet. To check my pending ticks. But game mode, do mob. Game mode. Game rule, do mob spawning true. There they go. So the idea is just to leave the farm on by putting but not using a trident killer, and kind of running everything else where you kind of have one dispenser and something else, you're not gonna, I've not seen it break. Now, I haven't said I've been using these lava dispensers. They may break, but these other ones don't. With a single snow block, they don't seem to. They seem to be very stable on Relog. So have this, keep it going. You know, collect everything, farm the stuff. The only slowdown is pending ticks. So this does not produce so many pending ticks that that you're gonna get. So like the way the lava dispensers, I don't know if these will break. Doomy gloom. The way these kind of dispensers break is if when they have an empty bucket and they go to dispense lava. When they're triggered and they have an empty bucket and there's not lava on the other side, it'll like eject the bucket. So it'd have to be somewhere where it dispensed the lava, but the lava is not there. But I don't think, let's say I built it across a sub-chunk border, I think everything will stay in sync. These are fine. I haven't had a problem. And the lava's all trapped, so it's not like gonna roll somewhere. So imagine, I haven't had any problem with these, like you see the farm over here. Like I've run this like forever, logged in and out, no problems. Collected everything, built, you know, the storage system, and you know, no problem at all. So see, like I've run back here, and that's kind of still running. I don't know if pigmen are spawning. Yeah, see, there they are. But like, so this system, yeah, kind of similar technique. And then the items get flushed up into here, into this shulker loader. And so this is gonna load up all the gold. If it gets too much gold, it'll kind of get stuck there on the instead of letting the gold kind of wash past, if it fills up, it gets stuck there on the cobweb, and that allows it all to be stuck up. So this storage system can actually support up to 6 of these portals, which is I had there. And with one of these shulker loaders. So this is a new design of a shulker loader than what I've been using. I use kind of the main difference before is I use a barrel here to power. I put all the stuff around it so you can't really see. I guess you can see it better over here. Yeah, so this is the basic layout of the shulker loader. It's a double hopper speed loader, and kind of so this is based on a lot of stuff that Gore has shown me, and has worked with me, and so what kind of the main difference here is, yeah, so we're sending power. Let me back up. So this, so if you look at the storage, so there's blaze rods and gold in there, and end rods and gold in this one. So this is going to capture gold. When enough fills up, this is going to trigger the storage system to unlock, which is going to allow gold to flow through into the shulker. When this hopper backs up, this is going to send a signal, which then one triggers the storage system to lock up so this doesn't keep getting filled up. And 2 will then trigger this observer to fire, which sends a signal all the way up here through this barrel to trigger the piston. And then this subsequently is also going to trigger the dispenser. The piston that separately, the dispenser can be fired when it's refilled. And that's what this detects. If you run out of shulkers, then this will turn off. And once it turns back on, when you add shulkers, it'll send a signal to dispense them. When storage fills up, that's detected here, and that similarly locks the system. And nothing can happen. So, and kind of what's been changed a bit is from kind of the previous stuff. Besides doing this as our signal to break and dispense, I'm now reading, I kind of rotated around, and storage being full is now reported from this side instead of having a separate signal, which allowed me to pass this under. And if you wanted to see whether you need to refill storage, you can read that signal out from here on the back end. So you can't see individual information. Like if you tiled these, you can't see it. It's more complicated to see individual, like this one needs more shulkers replaced, but that kind of doesn't matter, since the way you do the farm is you have a hopper loader that comes up and refills. So as long as you have a single input of empty shulker cells. So as long as, so like this one's already out, so it sent a signal from here that it's out. I mean, it's technically not out. It still has a lot more shulkers because I wasn't able to fit in reading directly from here. You can make this much wider and pull out a signal from like here, but I opted to instead pull the signal from above. So yeah, so there's definitely a lot of after this light goes on, there's still like a lot of shulkers that are in the system. So let's check on, let me turn this one off. Let the penny ticks disappear here. And let's go look. See, it hasn't broken. It's tons of entities. Probably should put a cactus here while I'm testing. I need string. And sand. And block that. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to break this. There it is. I wanted to break it. That was underneath there. What I want here. There. And then on top. And there. So, that was for all of our items, except the ones that are down there. Yes, I will go collect them in my inventory. So how do the piglins die when they hit the water? Because they're not hitting water. They're hitting dripstone. See? So the pointed Redstone doubles their fall damage, and then the water sweeps away the items. Allows me to avoid using, say, like a hopper underneath everything. So. Yes, allows them. The point of this is it also allows them to fall quicker and die quicker. So there are less of them hanging around in your world and increasing lag. So this has been running a bit, so things have built up. So I'm going to look at when this block up here is portal, air, or powdered snow. So that's what these measure. So run that for a bit, and it's gonna give me an idea of kind of what the cycle is like. So it's on an 8 game tick cycle. I see 4 snow, portal, portal, air, 4 snow, portal, 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 air, 4 snow, portal, portal, portal. That's good. 4 snow, 4 portals. So that's the ideal. But 3 portals is probably enough. So now, we see we do have snow, 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 snow. So we are having some pending ticks build up. Or there's a little bit more pending ticks that were still around. Doesn't have any long-term effects, so it doesn't like build up infinitely, but the timing can be a bit off. That means just that the dispenser fired late, and that's a sign of other portal pending ticks executed then. So. But. And the fire, so it might miss. So as far as how quickly this fires, that it might miss 1 round, but it's doing pretty well on the firing. It's mostly portal exists for 3 or 4 ticks. And that may be a pending ticks issue and not a pointing, because in order to light it, you have to execute one of the pending ticks from the lava. And if portal is still around in the pending tick database, pending ticks list, it can't do that. Or like the portal breaking. But yeah, let's see how. Still updating our packages. Hopefully I'll be able to use it. I'm trying to figure out whether I can get it tuned enough so that whether I can get this tuned enough so that I have like the pending ticks, so that I've like optimizing those, so that every time it's running, it's using up, as many pending ticks as possible, and it's timed correctly. I tried playing with that here, but it didn't work. It might have been all the lighter. So I tried to put 4 smaller portals in a chunk and see whether that worked better than 2 large portals. split in the middle of a chunk. But if you really want to use this as like a passive source of gold, then you may just want to stick with 2 portals and just leave them on forever. So like, because you know, once storage fills up, storage is filled up. So I'm gonna run this one again, and then kind of show you some more stuff, the more features of it. So this is a circuit. Well, actually, let me just have you watch this as this fills up. I only have 2 portals here, so it takes a bit longer than over there. But I have more bells and whistles here on this one. Is there any questions? What you just saw is the portal here. The shulker box, when it fills up, it sends a signal that starts this length detector, and if storage isn't full, that signal length is short. And it doesn't trigger the signal up here. But if it is long, because the storage locks up, because this, you can't see it here, this one here backs up, then it's long, and it sends a signal up here that turns off the portals. So the idea is that, as you have this up near your base, once storage fills up, it'll turn off. And then you can come down here and do that. I've been trying to design my own farms and circuits. Do you have any advice for me? I don't know. I'd say understand the mechanics. I mean, because that's, I design things based on kind of understanding the mechanics and understanding what other people's tricks that they've done. And so that's how I work. And so so I'll show you how this works over here, because I haven't shown this off. So let's say that you want to craft nuggets into ingots. So I have to do game mode survival. Craft up here. Gotta time it right. And I'm gonna dump everything out of this shulker. I'm gonna do 3 shulkers at a time. So rapidly dump everything. And so the system detects when the shulker becomes empty and breaks it and places a new one. So now I can go to the crafting table and do ingot, and then quick craft all these up, get my 9 stacks of ingots, and then drop them in here. Okay. Then open this up and keep doing the process. As long as you don't throw the ingots on top of the shulker box completely so that they fall down, you're good. missing. That was one of the... So then we're gonna craft 9 stacks. Oop, I'm out of some. This is where I have some unbalanced boxes, probably from testing. And let's say we get an extra box. There we go. I have to give myself some extra ingots at some point. I'm all unbalanced now. Whoops, let's make sure. I'm gonna do this so you can see what happens when I fill up a shulker box. The yellow one. Okay. So I'm still missing some. Got one more. When this becomes full, the system detects it and recycles it, ends up in this chest. So this is where so this box is where the completed shulkers go. So you can pick them up. And then those shulkers that are empty end up getting recycled through here. And then what else I add? I added some stuff like here. I have it set up where when let's see, I think I actually did it. Yeah, so when this one runs out of shulkers, it sends a signal down that requests new shulkers, but that's empty, so it's not going to run. So it doesn't keep running when the system is empty. But with the cobweb there, this is going to get stuck long enough to completely refill if it's completely empty. But let me go bring some shulkers into the system. This is my barrel of shulkers. And I just come down here and place it. And it'll start refilling. And this is going to go a couple times until it's refilled everything. And there's a pulse extender down here that will, after this pulse goes to 0, it keeps it alive for a bit longer to ensure enough of the backup gets filled. So now it's completely off. So it's not going to request. And so this is the way to do it is this is sort of an AND logic gate. It has to want new shulkers, and there has to be new shulkers for the thing to come, for the minecart, the hopper minecart, to be dispatched. Turn this off. So like this thing's still been running, hasn't broken. They're still sort of timed and offset. It's dispenser seem to still be working. Run this a bit. Check the distribution. Snow, snow, snow. Portal, portal, portal. Snow, snow, snow. Portal, portal, portal. Snow, snow, snow. Portal, portal, air. So this is a spot where we didn't get set it. Snow, snow, snow. Portal, portal, portal. Snow, snow, snow. Snow, 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 snow. Yeah. Portal. Portal, 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 air. Snow, snow. Yes. Snow, snow. Air. Okay, so we had 3 snows there, unless it's the beginning. No. That's interesting. Portal, 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 snow, snow, snow. So then that one got triggered a bit early, it seems. Or was a bit delayed in breaking the portal. Yeah. Yeah, 2 airs, 2 portals. Yeah, so the portal didn't, in this case, the portal didn't light till on the 3rd tick after the snow disappeared. And then it took it 3 ticks for the portal to be replaced by snow. So there's a delay in the snow breaking. But not very laggy on my system. And actually the majority of lag comes from actually looking at this thing break. If I look down, it like goes down really low. Let's see how we are doing with pending ticks. Stuff. Still rebuilding. Let's see. Just clean this up while we're waiting. As you can see, like, none of these pigmen are like escaping. None of the drops are getting stuck. So. And you don't have to worry about the lag of a trident killer. You get less. You do get less from this per pigman because of no trident killer, but you don't have to put up with the lag of the pigmen floating in water or getting hit by a trident killer or anything. So I think this is great for sort of a background farm if you want gold. If you want gold, great for a background farm that can just be run in your area. You know, run a 2 portal. You can run the 4 portal. Picks up more chunks. Might be able to get this. I've seen some ones recently that spread 2 portals across 3 chunks instead of 2 like this. So you can potentially do that. Push this a little bit further and then stick 2 portals in the middle and then 1 more. Which might be a reasonable design to get 4 going. Probably should retrofit this design while I'm at it. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. This be probably new. if I want to do that. Do I want to retrofit? Put 4 portals there. Using the same technique as here. Guess that's what I gotta do. Alright. Time to break it all down. Got to remember to keep some of this stuff. I know the height. Okay. Yeah. With this, at least I'm gonna leave this down here for now. Guess I should probably turn off this farm. Yeah, farm is off. All right. So the thing about this farm. Have them dying one off the edge. Which is fine. Let's do get rid of this if it's actually not needed. Black stained glass. It's actually going to change because I'm going to move portals a bit closer to the farthest portal. So 15, I think. 15. Should be standing on 15. I'm on 15. So I gotta go one more over than there. Here. Now my thought process is, how do I split these up across? I want 2 portals across horizontally. I want 2 portals across 3 chunks. So let me actually fill this in. So I have a chunk. Fill. Stained glass. Color. White. Yeah, I'm on white now. Alright, so here's my 3 chunks. So I have a total of 21, so 42 Gotta split up into across 3. So 42 divided by 3 is 10. 14? Yeah, 14. So what? 14 blocks in each one to even out the even everything out. Now, yes, that should be fine. We'll do 14 and then in each, which storage is going to have some pending ticks associated with it, and that's going to be in the middle chunk. Or actually, that's actually split across 2 chunks. We'll have to think about that. But if I go here, then this will end up 15. So if I go here, if I go start here and then go over 21, right? We'll do blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good. That should be 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then up. Now we're gonna do the opposite from here. Should be, yes, that's a chunk border. Go 1, 2, actually. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh. How convenient. I thought there would be some space, but I guess not, because I mean, I could make it some space. I could, I definitely could push things over 1 here. So a little bit unbalanced. More pending ticks, kind of. I think I'll do that. I'll go ahead and push them both closer to the edges. Because that's going to relieve some pending tick pressure in the middle, where some of the redstone is. Does it make sense? Hey, NSPG 911, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Stop counting. 1, 2, 3, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21. Do not like that. is all gonna be different. This is different. It's gonna be farther apart. Fix that in a second. So I do the second set of portals, which is gonna be 2 apart this time. Three. Hello, Mike. Yeah. Perfect. All right. You are not going to disappear. I can definitely... We can see if we need to... Like, we can make them wider. We can make them 4 wide between the 2. We really wanted to. Instead of 2. Should be able to squeeze my redstone logic in there. Alright, so now then I gotta squeeze in. Let's do this more. I'm gonna keep this like so. UI comes through. All this is gone. This is gone. As I'm squeezing the portals closer together, I have to move this dripstone. There we go. Make this bigger. Right, like that. Good. We need buttons here. Get this down. My audio is bugging out? Are you saying because I'm not talking or something else? Dude. So I'm not really talking right now. I'm thinking. Let me know. More details, please. Or anyone else who is hearing this. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. On my end, I'm not hearing any stuttering in the music. Maybe it's a latency problem? I don't know. Let me know if it keeps happening. See what I can do. Okay. So that's good. Now I have to extend this. Here. Oh, look, a mess. Alright, that's there. Okay, sorry, they're trying to deal with it. If no one else is reporting music problems, I don't know what to do, because it's not glitching on my end. And... yeah, I don't know. Sorry about that. It's, yeah, music audio is playing, it's syncing. Alright, so there's that. What else do I need to do before I do more? Go ahead and clean this up. I'll clean these up. This is all going to change. This is probably all going to change at some point. It has to, because it's going to end up being lower. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to change some of the redstone logic around down there. Okay. Continue filling you with water on both sides. If I screw up, this is all going to become an infinite water source. I'm going to be mad. Okay. So then, pointed dripstone. Dark days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise to world away. Think everything. It's heavy, just breathe in through this debate. I mean, I'll find if I'm missing any, I'll find out. Technically, 4 of these in here are not needed. So. We'll see. Alright, so now then collection. So I have to drop down one more. I think I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use glass for this. Normal glass here. On this next level. No real reason. I just feel like doing it. Now let's get some packed ice. Do this, or should I do some of the more fancier one item falls. I'm just gonna do this. Water dropping down. And put water streams later. Whoops, I don't like it. Gonna do the same thing over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. What do we got left? We gotta merge those two. Which means down a little bit more. Too bad. Could be improved, but like that. Okay, so that's there, and then drops are gonna go that direction. So let's see. Is that how they come together? That's probably because of this. Is that how? I really still have an uneven middle? What did I do? There we go. That's what I thought. I thought I was gonna have a... Oh, it's not gonna be stuck there. Okay. So then, how do we deal with this? Want to get them all into... Want to get them all into one line. So I have one of these open and just drop them down. So... Right now my current storage is lined up for here. I'm loath to move that. So, I'll figure that out. Yes, we'll... I guess we block this off. And so far, I can't use... use what I was using before. Might as well. Two more buckets of water. Block that and block that. And then coming through here. Block that, and then break these out. So there. That kind of does it. Alright, I'm gonna take a break from here and do the braking and lighting protocol like this. So you're gonna need some dispensers. Take a look at how this is going. Seems good still. Again, thanks to Addie for all this tech. I'm gonna put it on this side as well, on both of them. Emeralds. Oh. Emerald. Then warped wood. I'm using these nether woods because they will set fire, but they won't burn up. Which is, you know, convenient. So 2 dispensers. Then what did we do? And glass on top of the dispensers. Top of the dispensers. If you actually don't even need, we can do. Don't even need these here. Just gonna do this, and then we have lava, lava. So we got a dispenser here. Not gonna make the same mistakes I did before, which was making a mess. Good. Have a lava bucket, lava there. Space, space, space. I think here. I'll just look at what I did before into the space. It's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 between them. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easiest way to do it. Dispensers in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. I'm not sure that this is the optimal spacing. But it's what I'm using. So happy to consider alternatives if you have them. lava. Where are you, Mr. Lava? 2, 3, 4, 5. Lava bucket. Lava bucket. Lava bucket. Lava bucket. Lava right in the middle. Okay, that's lit. Yay. And then we need 2 powdered snow. Okay, we need 2 powdered snow. And got a plain bucket, which will unite to be important. And a bucket. And another powdered snow bucket. Alright, so this one, powdered snow. This one, random normal bucket. Break this portal. Place a powdered snow. And up. By having this set up where one has powdered snow and one doesn't, this is going to alternate our portals when we fire them. Don't have the redstone set up yet, but that can come later. I gotta do give at S structure block. Just gotta make a structure of this, which should be on over here. Negative 2. Our Z is going to be 23. That's what we want. Has everything in it? Yes, that's the whole portals. Top. Save. Copy. Copy that over. Gotta do the redstone. And then we want, I'm going to do it. Just a little platform up here. The things that we need. Might even need it here. And here. And then what do we have? I'm going to do a 4 game tick clock, use a comparator. I want to be able to here, probably here. Redstone. Probably need a repeater at some point. And maybe a torch too. And definitely we're gonna need the signal comes off of here. See, trying to think of the angle on this thing so I can read off of it. Do we want it like here? Maybe. I think it could work. As we need to load these here. that needs to be powered. So we can power it off of here. Okay. And then these need similar power. That gets all of them. But I have to get a signal. That's 1 and 5. That does go to 0. Where does it flash? Okay, that's working. That's working. Okay, let's see. Ooh. I might be able to drop into R soon and look at these pending ticks. Okay, so while this is running, okay, now I have to link up this storage with this storage. But I have to move, I have to easy thing to do is to be very ugly and use 2 of these. Items are going to mess me up, so we're gonna come up here and lock it or turn it off. That's a lot of items. All right, so now I want to link up the water supply or the connection. So if I problem here, I got this torch right under here. So that means I'm going to need to move this. I have to move this pole limiter, this pulse extender. What should I do? Items. This. May just have to tell the pulse extender to go. And rebuild it. That's what I'm gonna do. Get rid of you, pulse extender. Leave that in there. Now then. One, two, three. So that's working out. gonna be actually, that's not going to work because I can't turn around. I can't, the water can't, what are you suggesting, Tapeable Gecko? Where are you thinking about putting buttons? You think adjusting here? And I guess I could raise this up. I've already lowered the water stream. And yes, I mean, I think I can mess with this transport a bit where I don't have to go too many step downs. But ultimately, it's like 1 or 2 blocks. It's not actually that big of a deal. This is more of an issue right now, is that I don't have room to make the elbow. Which means, which one is higher? Probably because I just already have this farm made like this. Well, I think I can go back one more. Gives me room. Make the elbow. You. You. That works. Get my bucket. Alright, so all that water's is in as desired. I need more buttons. See if we put turn it very far back. How far it goes? Of course. That's fine. I can work with that. Done. Okay, so water stream's in. I can now run the farm again. And then I can complete a couple more things. So turning you on and off is still not a thing. Let's figure that out. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So it takes a bit for it to get up to speed. But once it does, see how things are going. Okay. And we'll see how things are going. This mode. Things are coming in. I now need this signal to get extended. So I'm gonna have to come up here. And trigger this been turned off. How much do we have up here? Ugh, a lot. Cool. I'll just break that. Remind me to place that back. I want to see how far I can lower this. 3. I had to run my pulse extender this way. Because what I was doing is I had the signal going in right there. I still can do that. But I need... If I can get it... I can... A couple of things I can do. Definitely move it like I did here. Lower it 1, probably. If I keep this symmetrical to what I had. So this one powers there. Not sure. That powers that one directly. I can instead do it like this. Here. And power that in. So now we got room to build a pulse extender here. That means... Now I just have to remember how I built it. Guess I'm pulling up the picture again. Make sure I got it right. Comparator. And I need some hoppers. I need a dropper. Hopper. Dropper hopper. Torch. Redstone. Already got redstone. Okay. And then what do we got? I'm doing hoppers there. And alongside of it here and here. 6 is what I need room. Powering into the block, we are doing repeater, comparator, same time, comparator, repeater. I actually need to go 1. I need to reverse it. I gotta go 1 over because I want to hit. You gotta trigger the dropper, and the dropper's on this side. But I have room. Okay. I'll get back to chat in 1 second. And And then which one of these is on 4 ticks? One on this side, so maybe on 4 ticks. Dropper, hopper pairing. Then button here. Then I think I put in a stack of. I think I put in maybe it's 57 gold ahead here. And now that has 3. Break that. Should have just enough space still. Ah, perfect. Just enough. So, item comes in. Actually, it should be going right now. Except there's probably, oh, there we go. It's gonna keep requesting things until I put this back. There. Alright, that's been moved. That should work for my end block. Not feeling any lag. See, I remembered in the sense that I was looking up on the web on my other monitor what it was. I remembered what to search up on Google. So that's there. Okay. So. This now has changed. So we got to pull this signal, which is telling me it's off. We should be turning the system off. So I have to pull this one. Now I have to figure out, do I want to keep it this far over? I want to like bring it to have space. I don't think I have space with the cactus there to go up and then over. But I think I have to rethink this ladder since I'm aiming for here. Okay. How do we want to do this? This is, we have no, it's not gonna work, so that's gonna hit the cactus. So I think if I'm gonna go up from here, I have to get this way. About like that. So we'll go up. Until I run out of signal, and then we'll put a repeater in, and then go sideways. Now then, Actually, let me change this up a bit. I could... If I go this way, I could squeeze it in right here. Might lock that hopper. Well, I don't think it would lock the hopper. One, two, three, four. Let's try this. Oops, that's not what we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopper is not locked. Good. And then now I can start moving diagonally. We just put a torch tower in after this. If I wanted to. But what's the fun in that? Alright, so then yeah, I can do this. Stone. See what this gets us. Ideally, get up onto there next. There. Actually, target block. Done. That worked. Farm is now turned off. Okay, let's turn it back on. Doing on storage. Where's everything backing up to? Because I've been unloading shulkers, some of these shells are empty. But I could see this little 3 wide one being at like the corner of some fitting in near someone's base. 3 chunk wide, 4 portal farm. So that would work for me. what was that? That was cool. Had a little flash of lava. Like I was going through where there used to be lava. Okay. And then this one has been working and building up. Probably need to duplicate all these things over here so I can replicate it. Let's pick probably where do I want to do it? Doing the far end over here just to check this one. 2, 3, 4. I'll get to music in 1 second. Bear with me. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Let's get new music. Let's see. Switch to this one. All right, new set of music. So this is building up. Run this. So definitely see more pending ticks build up here. So portal, snow, 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 portal, portal, snow, portal, snow, air, 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 portal, portal, snow, 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 port, 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 snow, 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 air, port. Definitely gonna lose. Definitely gonna lose some spawns because the portals aren't being ticked immediately. I think you need to see portal twice at least to see some, because I think it appears and it registers a pending tick, and then it executes the pending tick on like the next tick. I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and look at Ghidra and reverse engineer it again. Of course, you can just measure, compare the outputs between like here and here, in like a 10-minute span, and that would tell you. I could do more command blocks and more command blocks and more scoreboards and really count everything to do a comparison. But definitely a lot of drops. And yes, you can like take all this storage and put it underneath like I did over there. But I thought this looked cool when I had 2 chunks. So the review for anyone who wasn't with me earlier. I've already seen the portals tick. Pigmen spawn. They die on the dripstone. And then they should get collected. Why is that one? And that's the first time I've seen something floating. That's interesting. Is that a dead spot? So like just must have been like perfect that it didn't go through. I got stuck down below. Not sure what the solution to that is. Unless I am missing water somewhere, but I don't think so. Must have been two that like merged and respawned right at the right spot. If anyone has any ideas on how to protect against that, let me know. So then everything goes through the water streams as you've been watching. Right. Comes through, up the item elevator, onto this cobweb. And I actually like this cobweb mechanism when I started using it, because you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about items passing the dropper, the hopper. It'll sit there. And so the gold never gets passed unless you're really going faster than the input can take per second. So it kind of averages out, and it merges items too, so you don't really have a whole bunch of different rotten flesh here. It's all like becomes one big giant stack, and then it gets deleted. So it's just kind of cool. How many spaces to kill one drop onto dropstone? So then I'll show you. Whoa. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From the portal bottom to the top of the dripstone is 10. So another fact. Bielke, is this aligned efficiently with chunk borders? It's aligned with chunk borders. Whether this is the most efficient alignment, I do not know. We're kind of testing that out. I've spread 4 portals across 3 chunks, which is kind of pushing it. And you can definitely see like the performance is a bit lower than over there. And so, because this is a lot of pending ticks. So this is, what did I say? This was 1415 by 23 times 2. I mean, we'll pull the data in a second with our bedrock. We can look to see what kind of pending ticks are being built up. But you kind of need it's nice to be able to have like the portals existing for 3 or 4 ticks before they get broken again, because this is on like an 8 game tick cycle. 4 game ticks, it's break 4 game ticks is broken, and 4 game ticks it's not. So how are you lighting the portal lava? Yes, so I'm using lava up here. So this is a lighter that I saw Addy use. And so I've started using this one. I had a different lighter I was playing with last week that was 3 ticks wide and used lava and trapdoors. But now I'm using dispensers to rapidly tick the lava. And this has to do with how neighbors being changed, updating lava, and then spawning kind of stuff. Lots of effects. And so I don't know all of Addy's decision-making process, like why are only 4, all that. This is basically his design. I may not have spaced it the same way he did, but it basically reason why you can use dispensers here is that when normal lava, when its neighbors update, it turns into flowing lava, and it schedules a pending tick update. And you can't schedule another pending tick update until it turns back into normal lava. And so by using the dispenser, you kind of interrupt that process. And then you want to do the pending ticks update because that will spread fire. And the idea here is that it spreads fire to this wood. So it spreads fire around, and then it lights. And so in reality, everything gets lit immediately. Just the problem is if there's any delay in the pending ticks being processed. It's that. But the idea here is that you can have this near your base and just run it. It'll run until it fills up and turn off. And then when you need gold, you can come down here and get gold. So, crafting tape, crafting stuff. And this is kind of Relog-Proof. So have you considered using trident killers? The point of this design is that it's always on. And it's Relog-Proof. I mean, yes, you can use trident killers instead of fall damage. Storage becomes more complicated. Potentially the additional lag from trident killers means you don't want it, and the XP generated means you don't want to need it near your base. And so in some sense, you can use one of these to generate gold, and then you use a trident killer based farm to generate XP. How about overlapping portals? I mean, you mean have them, share obsidian? Is that what you're asking? Or alternate them. So like adding more portals in the chunks is probably not going to work. Like I probably already have too many. Yeah, too many. And so yeah, I could potentially trim off a couple things and make these portals not max size, and might end up being better, but it may not. But yeah, so like this kind of design, I would say, is good if you want gold, and then that frees you up for having an XP based farm that just trashes all the items. It basically runs a water stream straight into a cactus, and the XP gets picked up by a player. And then you have something like this running active. And so like clear my inventory, game mode, survival. So come up here, you have storage here, you can pick things out. If you want to turn this into a crafting station, you can. I'm gonna pull everything. what. Tape. I'll be with you a second, Tapeable. What are you suggesting? Ingot. Like putting the same amount of portal, just putting one little bit forward and the other backwards. I mean, you mean, yes, space them out farther? Give me a second. Where his inventory is. Honestly, overlapping them so they're exactly the same in the portal may not be that super important, because there's always extra penny ticks being generated by the lighters and the storage, so optimizing that. So I don't know, actually, you want portals to be completely equal in it. I can squeeze them together, 2 more. So each chunk has the exact same number of portals in it. But there's other stuff going on. So I'm uncertain. I mean, there's potentially more ways to optimize it. You know, shrinking the portals, getting the size, but ultimately, let's see. Melina, let's see what she say. I want to make a trident killer base go farm that uses catalyst destroy so I can use looting for more gold. See, my argument is you don't need that if you want gold. Like, I would argue that build this, use fall damage. Yes, you may have to run it twice as long, but it's going to be less laggy with no trident killers. So you can actually just have it hanging out near your base. Is my argument. 2 more shulkers. Yep. You also have to deal with swords and armor. So storage is a bit simpler. No swords. No gold bars, unfortunately, but all you need is gold. And if you and it can support, and the storage that I have can support up to 6 portals. Like, if you want to go to 8, you would need to tile this storage and have 2 shulker box loaders. I'm at 6 a.m. I mean, this produces crazy gold. And you don't have to worry about the lag associated with running 8 trident killers or something. And with lag of pigmen running around or getting pushed around, they die very quickly. This is probably faster kill than a trident killer. So they're not really doing anything. They're probably not even doing much AI because they're in the sky, just falling. So I would say this is, I haven't put it on a server with other things going on. But like, if I'm not looking at this, there's not much lag. There's not much activity on the server. Like, looking at the portals does a lot more activity on my local machine. So, and it's relog-proof. Trident killers are not necessarily relog-proof, especially in the current updates where there's some bugs. But So where we are. So yeah, those are my extra ones, but yeah. See how we're doing on. Gone through some. Yeah, see, I have some empty shulker boxes in here, so those will take a while to fill up. Probably, yeah. Yeah. So I don't think I ever finished what I was saying. So filter comes down to double speed shulker loader. Fills up the shulker. When it fills up, this hopper backs up. And once it backs up to signal strength 2, that triggers breakage. So that triggers lockage in this direction. Breakage in this direction. How many portals could realistically be built in a single player world? It depends on your system, honestly. It's hard to know. On mobile, not much. I mean, there's a finite limit based on your sim distance. You know, so if like you did something like this where I've split 2 portals, I've split 4 portals across 3 chunks. You know, take how many chunks are in sim distance. You can get a rough estimate of the density you are limited to. You wanted to max it out. But, like, you know, this is AFK-able. You don't need a lot of stuff super fast. I mean, I'm getting... I think when I did the math of... Can't remember was it 6 or was 4 portals that would give me about 6 shulker boxes of nuggets an hour. If you know, if every pigment had a half a chance to, if every pigment has a half a chance to drop an ingot. And each portal, when it's ticked, has a 3 out of 2,000 chance to spawn a pigman. Good question. Why didn't I connect the portals? This was to spread the portals across 3 chunks. So making sure there's 3 chunks here. If they were connected, then there would be more stuff in the middle. There would be more things active in the middle chunk where my storage is. So I spread them out. If, say, I moved my storage over here, if I moved my storage like in a different chunk, I might, you know, want to shift everything this way. So this is lava. This is a portal. This is a lava ticking lighter design from Addy. So yeah, lava on warped planks. The fire spread from the lava triggers fire on the warped planks. But it's relog-proof. Exits. Yeah, so Addy did it. When this is over, I'll post a link to his most recent gold farm video that doesn't have this breaker in it. It has a different one, or this lighter. But his is also a different, kind of a different style as well, because he's going for a, he's not going for like a relog-proof version. So I'm gonna go So bear with me, because I think I'm ready to do this. I'm going to come look at this world in R. So, save and quit. Should be able to pop up. What do I want? I'm looking for launch RStudio. I just updated all this stuff for the okay, so then let me be with you in 1 second. I want to what I want to do. I want to do that's tool. Come on, show me my sorry, getting everything set up to do this. Display. So I want to show you my work in R. But that requires me to increase my display size. Okay, appearance. There we go. What I want. I'm going to do zoom 150. I think I can live with this. But okay. All right. It's up. I just got to show it. Come on. All right, let me 1 second while so it's not showing. So now it's showing. Properties. 1 second while I adjust my there. Okay. There we go. Just it. All right. So those of you who are still with me, I'm now in RStudio, technically rbedrock, and I think an rbedrock project. And so what I want to do is load some libraries. I'm doing this to inspect the world. I want to look at the pending ticks. Library rbedrock. Okay. Let me pull up my notes from what I was playing around with earlier. And then, so how to read pending ticks. First, I got to find out what the name of the world is. I'm doing, so I'm going to run list worlds. That's going to give me the name of my farm. It's going to let me give me the text list of all the worlds I have locally saved. And I find out that my DB path is this. I'm going to load my DB. Using Bedrock DB. So now I've opened the world. I've opened the database of the world. And I'm going to now pull all the pending ticks data from the world. To do that, I need to get a list of pending ticks keys. Easiest way to do that is going to be using get keys, db, pipe to an str detect, 51 $sign. So this is going to pull anything that ends in :51, any key, at least in rbedrock, that typically signifies pending ticks data. So we can look at this. No, subset, not detect. Subset, sorry. a subset based on that regular expression, and we get 4 chunks that have pending ticks data. These are this is the farm that I was working on, the 3 chunks that I was just working on. This is probably the other farm, and one of those chunks had been loaded, and the other one probably hadn't been running, so it used up its pending ticks. Or I got lucky and there were no pending ticks in it when the world saved. So I'm just going to use the 3 from the farm we were running. And so to do that, I'm going to just pick the first 3. And now we got those first 3. Yeah. In a normal world, you'd have a lot of chunks with pending ticks. So this would not, you'd want to be smarter to pick the chunks that you have, but this is not needed. All right, so now then I'm going to create a dat object using get pending ticks data from the keys. So this is going to basically read all the pending ticks MBT data, but the structure of this pending ticks data is it's the ticks is kind of nested. So I'm going to use a I'm going to use another function called, so let me explain this. So I'm going to retype this that I just posted and explain it as I go. So I'm going to create a new object called df. That's going to be dat type to the map function. So map is basically a for loop. It's going to create a for loop for me. So maybe I can peek in. Yeah. So this is the structure of dat. So dat's a list. So each chunk that I read is in a different part of the list. And then it can't. I'd have to. All right, let me make a very quick version of this. I'm gonna strip the unMPT data. So I'm gonna do dat unMBT dat. Don't have rbedrock's not like feature complete. So sometimes I run into things, especially like the MBT stuff, that has an issue. But I clean that up. And so the pending ticks data has this chunk, keeps track of the current tick, has another data set tick list, and this has like all the ticks that's being saved, which has a block state, a location of the block, and the time in which it requests in the future to tick. So what I'm going to pull out is this tick list from all these here. Okay, so it's kind of the same. There's this one object. It's just the way the MBT data is structured. It's like an unnamed compound in the tick list inside. So to do that, I'm going to run the command pluck on every one of those, on every chunk that I have stored. Pick the first element and then the tick list element. Okay, and then I'm going to flatten everything into using list flatten, and this is going to make, instead of a list of lists, I'll just have one list. It has all the pending ticks from those 3 chunks in it. So if I do that, yeah, that should be fine. What I can also do is measure the length. I can do the length measuring later. Next thing I want to do is I want to actually create a table of all these pending ticks. The pending ticks data. So now we have a list of ticks. So now I have to do a little bit more rbedrockness stuff to convert the block state, which is like an MBT compound, into a string that's human readable. So the way I'm gonna do that is I'm going to run a map again, another for loop. I'm gonna run the modify in command, and then what we're gonna modify, the thing we're gonna modify in each of the elements is the block state. We're gonna modify the block state, and we're gonna modify it by running a function that's going to return an MBT string using the internal rbedrock function. Like I said, rbedrock's not feature complete. There's this internal function that it's a private called block string. It converts that block state into a human readable string, and I need to, future version will have this as a as exposed as an exported function. Then we're going to strip the MBT data from it because we don't need it anymore. Convert each of those to a tibble, and then bind them all together into a data frame. Do one large table. Let's see. What am I missing here? Okay. df pipe map function. Unexpected parentheses. Where is this parentheses? Unexpected. MBT string. rbedrock block string x. So 1, 2, 3. I did not close my function. That's what I'm missing. It's here. There we go. Now it should be fine. So now we can look at our table. Should all work. So now we have our table of the block with its state, the time that it should tick, and the X, Y, and Z. And so right now across 3 chunks, we have 1,500 observations. All right, and we just exited. Right, we're ticking 4 portals across 3 chunks. About 500 ticks per chunk are currently active. So let's summarize this. Okay. Let's summarize this. So first thing let's count how many ticks per chunk do we have. So the way to do this is going to be convert the positions to chunk coordinates. It's gonna be tab, that's our data now, count, and then x, the x column, divide by 16, integer division, and the z column, 16. These are our results, and we see one chunk had 682 built up, another one had 367, and the last one had 530 built up. Okay. So, that's what's built up. It's a bit high. It's probably indicating that we are like losing ticks because 4 max size portals spread across 3 chunks is probably asking a bit too much for the pending tick system to handle. Does that matter as far as lag and production? Probably not. Things will eventually eventually if the pending ticks start building up, then the dispensers don't tick as fast. So they're delayed, which means the breaking of the portal and the respawning of the portal is delayed. And so kind of at some point you have adding more portal can slow the world down, and you don't really like adding another portal just means like another portal can't break in time. So what's the optimal level as far as production and lag? I do not know. I would say the system can handle 800 pending ticks per chunk per cycle. I have to see if some of these are insta-ticks, and that may help, but because that could get some more and not get loaded. But so that's there. So let's think about let's think, how many positions have multiple pending ticks and load it up. So the way to do that is we're going to pipe tab to count again. And what we're going to count is block state, X and Z. And then I'm going to arrange this by n. So the count function will add an n column. I'm going to go ahead and pipe this to a view so we can look at the results. Control enter. All right. So those are the ones that have one. So if we look at the ones that have built up a lot of ticks. So flowing lava. This is built up, 40. This one has built up 51 ticks. What that means is there are probably, it may have some that are the same time, but at some point in the future, it's kind of registers that a lot of ticks in the future it's gonna tick. So portal access, so this is an issue. So this is built up 21. So this is what you see when you are not able to process a portal lighting until the next one. So we're definitely have too many portals across these chunks. Some of them have built up. More pinning ticks lava. So, and then dispensers are doing fine. And some of these other pinning ticks. Facing direction. But this was telling me, because you usually don't see that I have too many portals in the chunks. So I probably could, maybe. I mean, we really didn't see lag, but, if I trimmed off, if I, reduced the height by a bit, say, from all these portals, or even trimmed off the width, made smaller portals and spread them out, that might be good. So that's what I'm seeing. Definitely don't really see that a lot. And these are probably actually, so if you look at 45, okay, so these are all the same X. So yeah, they're all gonna be the same X. Different Z. Oh, I didn't do Y. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind what I just said. That's why there are 21. I did not include Y in those. Okay, so I'm gonna reload. Now then. So yeah, definitely build up on dispensers. Only really 2. And lava, you're seeing a build up of future at this depth 0-1, which is fine. Portal access, there's 1. So nothing's getting double ticked, which is kind of what it should be, because that's just meaning that that it is able to process all the portal ticks. You just hope when it executes that tick, there's still a portal there, but you're not seeing portal tick build up because you're not spamming portals. So that's good. You're only seeing some dispenser build up. So, okay. I'm happy with that. Any questions? I know I just gave you a coding tutorial. A coding example. But I'd like to check my pending ticks. Go ahead and close this database before I forget. This is probably about a good chance for me to stop. So I'm gonna head back to R, or head back to the world. Let's take another look at it. Look, I hop back in. Everything is fine. Nothing's broken or unsynced. Am I happy with the size of the portals? I don't know. So I'm not seeing any portal tick build up. But the one problem is that you can lose spawning events if the portal is not there when it's ticked. Yeah, before I added my Y, I thought it was a bit big because it was not able to process all the things. But, because there's... So we're definitely not seeing any buildup of pending ticks for the portal. What we might be seeing is when they get executed, there's no longer a portal there, so they don't spawn again. So that's like the one potential problem. And you can see that here. So I run this and look. You can see, so snow should be happening. There should be 4 game ticks of snow. But we don't see that. And that's because the dispenser, instead of firing 2 game ticks after it was sent a redstone signal, it fired 3 game ticks later. Okay, so now there's only 3. And here portal was 3, so probably everything got executed. But that snow being delayed 1 more is telling me there's a delay. Now, it's possible it's mostly due to the lava, because we are seeing like a buildup of lava ticks. So that's like a balance that you have to do. And there's really no way to control it other than, try to change the structure of the lava. like, you know, go with 2 instead of 4, you know, ticking. So I don't know, you know, Addie's design, because you really want, the ideal situation is it goes portal, 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 snow, 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 portal, 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 snow, 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 like instantly when air. So I mean, it's possible to like micro optimize this thing where like where everything is kind of timed, so you're not really spam ticking the lava. And I mean, I guess I can test it. So let's see, which one could I just take out? I could take out these 2. Okay. You see, this one is firing a bit faster now, maybe? And, yeah, it's hard to know. But if I copy all this and move it over, so then this is going to be in this chunk. Yeah, so that's actually in a different chunk. What am I doing? I'm doing... That should be... I'll go one more up. Oops. Repeating command. So that one's snow, 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 portal, portal, portal. So it's still a port, snow, 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 air. Maybe it's better. It's hard to know because I didn't actually affect this chunk. I affected this chunk. There's a chunk border right here. So I mean, I could. Do it something like that there, and then okay, so then the lighter and the breaker are in different chunks. So build up lava ticks won't affect this. Or the clock. So here's 5 snow, 4 snow. I mean, it's hard to know. Like, you micro optimizing. So, I don't know. It's hard to say, you know, what's also lag versus computer lag, and I don't really have the sort of the scoreboard set up to that. All right, so it's 7. So I'm gonna end the stream here. I've been going for almost 3 hours, and I'm hungry. So thank you for joining me. Those of you who are still with me, I hope you learned something and got some ideas on your play. I did show off a little bit of rbedrock. If I don't post a link to Addie's thing in the comments, please hit me up, someone, and tell me to post it, and I shall. So I'm Rufus. Thanks for watching.